on guard, ready, fence.
In any fencing duel, you must be well trained to overcome the sword. Recently, HCC Stafford campus had a training session as part of student life activity.
Fencing is a very old sport. It's about as old as swords. It goes back probably 6,000 years. It's sword fighting. What we think of as fencing began probably during the later Renaissance, where the swords actually finally became small enough that you could do compound, clever actions with them instead of just like being heavy and unwieldy. Fencing is a sport in which you are solving how to hit someone with a sword without being hit. It's incredibly fast-paced, it's incredibly clever, and it's something that you can do with just about any body type. So tall, short, thin, heavy, doesn't really matter. As long as you can solve the problem, you can get out there and have success on the strip.
Today we had a fencing demonstration for the students while they're eating lunch, and it's just something we do here to provide some entertainment and some recreational activity.
So the first thing the student learns how to hit the coach first, but each other eventually. Once you've learned how to hit each other, you can learn how to parry, catch the blade with your guard. Right there, and then you riposte, you'll hit after that, right? Excellent, right? You can move forward, just move, right? You can move backwards. And then anytime like a situation develops, you can either parry and riposte, or you can make an attack, right? Is that good? At the end of the match, we lift our mask, we salute again, and then we shake hands.
In foil fencing, which is the type of fencing that we start most people out with, you have a set of rules called right-of-way. Right-of-way comes from the idea if you are fencing with someone who has an actual sharp sword, you want to make sure that you make them miss before you try to hit them. That's not necessarily how it works anymore, but in general, the first person to make an aggressive action is the attacker. They're doing an attack. And then you might defend yourself with a block, which we call a parry. When you hit someone after a parry, that's called a riposte. If someone is trying to parry your blade and you avoid it, that's called a disengage.
Now, this is the on guard position. Here you should be balanced, you can move around, you can do a lot of different cool things, right? The first thing we want to try and do is take an advance every time I clap my hand. The advance will go 1, 2. You want to take small, kind of quickish advances. You go back the other way, back foot, front foot, that'll be a retreat.
For the ultimate defense in a fencing duel, the best defense is a door. For HCC Beat, this has been Rey Molano reporting.